built this from nothing. Now it's off to get fine. Not just wasted, not just games. This is fire in our veins. Feel the bass, feel the pull. Every second getting full. No delays, no disguise. Watch the moment come alive. Lights on, in time's loud. Turn this moment up right now. Stream on, no backing down. Sing it so we own the sound. This is the calm before the chaos, the breath before the dive, the silence before the roar, the spark before the light. Turn it up, don't blink. This is bigger than you think. Every heart, every scream, knocked into the same depth. Lights on, in time's hell. Second choice, starting now. Stream on, turn around. Welcome to the front door. Static in the street, yeah. Heart beating wild. Screens glowing in darkness. Feel the star catch fire. We're not alive yet, but the moment's here.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure to have you live in a charge. So we'll count down to green as we get ready and rolling for the, some of the best racing in the world you're going to see. It's going to be awesome. It is going to be awesome because we're still in the playoffs. We got a lot of playoff action happening here, and it's kind of crazy. Tonight, Iowa on board here as we close down to 4 races to go, including this race in the Chop Chop Racing Truck Series. Tuesday night racing is pretty stinking amazing. Let's talk about what the race is going to be, what's going to happen to the race today. Maybe speak words that are clearly. That's what it is. Just under a mile length in racing surface, the new pavement going to play dividends here. Iowa is a ton of fun. Lap 50 is going to be your stage here tonight. Pit road speed limit at 40 miles an hour. No fast repairs for the drivers, 100% fuel. We're going to be able to run quite a few laps, and we're going to run 200 of those miles, and it is going to be, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good source of racing. That's what it is. SpeedyTrophies.com. Make sure you use promo code CHOPSHOP10. Save 10% on an order of $10 or more. Make sure you check them out. Thank you to Ball Status, BB Music, Admin Box, all the fine folks that, they do the thing. It's the best in the biz is what it is. There it is. Ball Status, BB Music, Stay Tuned Sports, Admin Box on board. Shop-Box with 2 X's will be your promo code there. Save yourself a little bit of money on a new Admin Box today. Fish doing great things out there as always. We love the man. Now, hopefully he's good to go. RB, thank you for the like. Alex, thank you for the like. Thank you to everybody out there for doing what you do. Make sure you join the Chop Shop Discord if you want to be a part of Season 7 of the Truck Series and the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, which is going to have a championship race this Saturday. They're recruiting for that next one. So keep that in the back of your mind as well. If you are looking to get into some O'Reilly options, that's going to be one of them. That's what it is. Let's take a look at your point standings coming in today's race as I click the button as the top 16 show up and show out. Nathan Picard, a 71-point lead over Colby Hartung. Tyler Dalton, 72 points back from there. Those are your top 3. Looking to make some things happen. Looking to shake things up over the next 4 races. Eric Schaefer, 125 points back from there. Sits 4th at 127. His teammate Brandon Banks in 5th. Gauzy, 128 back from there. Again, drivers are going to be looking at how can they beat Nathan. He's the most winningest driver in Chop Shop history. He has 8 wins, 2 stage wins on the season, and he is locked in. So that is your chase standings according to Sim Racer Hub. That is where it's at. Good to see everybody out there. If you haven't done so, make sure you reach up at that like button for me. Make sure you get out there and take care of business by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Continue to follow us on Facebook. And, of course, and always follow us on twitch.tv/Signature Esports. We are continuing to grow our platforms as much as we can. And as long as we can. It's part of the deal. It's part of what we do. It's how we do it. It's how we make things happen. If we grow, then life gets better. well, not just gets better, it gets better for everybody else out there. So we want to make sure all the viewers can see just how amazing these drivers are. So that's going to be something to keep in mind. Iowa's ready to go. Let's take a look at your starting grid as well. We're going to see one of the a legend in the making. There it is. Mark Jorgensen Jr. is going to be your pulse hitter tonight. Presented by Stay Tuned Sports, one of the best podcasts and sports entertainment out there. You can find them on YouTube. You can check out some of the live situations they have going on out there. And of course, and always, you can check them out on Spotify and Apple iTunes. Check them out. Established in 2018, a brand that should be well recognized. Stay Tuned Sports, give them the love. Hartung, again, on the outside of the front row. Row number 2 is going to be Logan Kogar and Mark Retchin. You're going to see Mark out there. We love that man. Nathan Bigart and Michael Strickland are going to pick up row number 3. Row number 4 is Eric Schaefer and Tyler Dalton. Some of the liveries are loading for through Trading Paints for the overlay. Some are not. So just going to keep that in mind. Robert Ham, Robert Church going to make up row number 5. Row 6, somebody just sent stars. Give me a second. We'll see who it is. John Fowler, Joseph Causey. Row 7 is going to be Clint Hackett. There it is. Dan, thank you for the 200 stars, sir. Alan Cryer in row 7 on the outside. Thank you for those 200 stars, sir. I appreciate those very much. RB Turner, Brad Dove.
Let's go racing, boys!
Go short a couple of
Paolo
times.
sent 200 stars.
Yeah. Hey. Oh yeah. I forget the stars trigger the trigger the man behind the scenes. Thank you very much for those stars. Those are amazing. Jorge Rincon, Ron Hollyfield. Row 9, row 10 is going to be Anthony Cronover and Chad Coleman. Row 11 is Mr. Van Nest and Mr. Brandon Banks. Row 12 will take us to Chris Fowler and Michael Newbraw. Row 13 is Craig Parks, John Hammond. Row 14 is going to be Jerry Culver and Doug Sigmund. Row 15 is Hayden Malcolm and Tony Sanders. Row 16, Joey Katina out there. Race controller tonight is Corey Bodnott. He's back into the mix. Good to see him sitting in the Discord. He's going to make sure all these drivers are good to go. They're going to be able to take care of one another. That's for darn sure. It's a tough racetrack, and the way the track temperature usually sets up and works, it's gonna be huge. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate you. Remember, all the bits, the subs, the gifts, the donations, no matter what they are, no matter what platform they come, the entire month of this, for the next 12 days, for the entire month of August, are going to be donated to Mr. Brad Dove, whose son is getting ready to have surgery very, very, very soon. We do have a driver cam tonight. That driver cam is, of course, the man, RB Turner. He is looking to make things happen. We appreciate him being out there. And, of course, each and every one of you, we're knocking down the door. So, yeah, so if you want to do things, if you want to help out, make sure you donate. Do the thing. Thank you, sir. Let's go, RB from Dan. Much love, sir. I appreciate those. That's the second time you've sent stars. At least this time I got to see him. Hey, 1,000 stars. There we go.
Let's go racing, boys!
Danda Paolo sent 1,000 stars.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for those 1,000 stars. There you go. Yeah, everything donated there. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Boom. Big like on that. And I appreciate it for depth. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you guys can donate. You can do stars. You can do bits. You can do subs. All that stuff. So maybe we can set a record. Maybe I just start streaming and don't stop streaming again. I do have a timer that is out there, so that is still going. But we'll save that for another day. Let's go. We're green. Boom, boom, boom. Iowa on point. Mark Retchin for a ride on the inside back there. Saw him come across the screen. Mark able to get back up and running. Here's what happened. I got to go back and take a look. Come on. Come on. There it is. Mark just got free on the bottom. No caution. Oh, left rear damage on the truck. Ouchie. Let's make sure Trading Paints is working properly here. I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing some paints on some drivers. Mark usually has a very beautiful paint scheme. Jorgensen out front, 0.6 of a second over Colby Hartung. Logan Kogar, Tyler Dalton side by side. It's a racetrack of all proportions. Everybody rolling. Go RB from Casey. Sorry. Is that go RB or go number 16? I think that's number 16. Mr. Dove out there? Or Mr. Church out there? Let's see. I think Mr. Church, is Mr. Church having things? Where's Church at? There he is. He's number 8. There he is. Go number 8. There he is. He's an Iowa native. Let's go. Love it. Sorry, I didn't have my glasses set correctly. Here you go. Go number 8 from Casey. Much love, Casey. Let's go. Hartung in second. Tyler Dalton in third. Kogar, Bigart. Bigart has Schaefer behind him. Stryker off a spot. You see, Stryker's paint scheme matches up with what he had earlier. So, you know. We gotta do the thing. All the files are up to date. See, at least it says it's up to date. I don't know. Brad Dove working through it. It's going to have Chad Coleman behind him. Coleman looking on the inside. So that's what they go. Out and in. Woo. There you go. Chase is the little man we're supporting, so if you want to see it, make sure you do the thing. It'll come out twice, I guess. Well, I don't know. There you go. We'll post it in. I should probably just post it in all the chats and pin it. Make sure it's good to go. We will pin that. Stars are amazing, but we can use those. If we can use our platform to be able to make out some good, then I'm good for it. Jorgensen, Hartung, Tyler Dalton, Logan Kogar, Nathan Bigart, Schaefer, Strickland, Causey up 4. Robert Ham sees Alan Cryer on the inside. Hammer to the 5-6. Chad Coleman, Brad Dove, Robert Church. 5-4, John Fowler. Going to be off 3 from the start of the race. He's good. Clint Hackett off 2. Hollyfield up 2 behind him. There's Anthony Crownover. Likes some beautiful flat tracks. Love to see it. Rincon off a spot. Brandon Banks up 3. Ubra up 4. Hayden Malcolm up 7. John Hammond up 5. Seeing RB Turner off 8 from the start of the race. Just try to make sure he is comfortable and good to go. RB with a run. I think the 5-5. Got into the wall there a little bit. I don't know if he got in the wall or what happened. Here's what happened. Yeah, just got the wall. Just a little bit here. John had a good run. He was right behind the 6 here. Got tight on the corner. Rolled center bottom. There's got a little free and it wiggled up to the wall. Minimized the hit though. Should be good. Chad Coleman up 11 spots, getting around Robert Ham. And see Jorgensen Jr. still trying to manage the gap here. 81, 14, 19. That'll be your top 3. Hartung could use a win. And some good stage presence here. Tyler Dalton, Logan Kogar, Nathan Bigart. 8 good on the long run. Likes putting down the laps. Big Shafe rolling. He's in 6th. Oh, no, blink. Don't blink. Oh, Stryker into the wall a little bit. Causey down to the bottom. And right behind him, Chad Coleman. Look at RB Turner, right around with him for a lap or so. See John Hammond just behind him. RB trying to save the tires. Up. Iowa runs a lot like a big Richmond. .24.59 for RB Turner on to the back straightaway. Good point out of the truck. Just trying to make sure he saves a little bit here. I think John's going to be there on his inside. Just letting him go. Good work. Just rolling. Giving himself nice and calm. Causey looking for the inside of Schaefer here. I think Big Art. Causey looking for the inside of Strickland there. Schaefer just ahead. He is right there with the 0-1. Nathan Bigart behind Logan Kogar. 24.5s right now. Jorgensen Jr. 24.39. 9/10 of a second. That clean air being it's being detrimental. I like to see it. I like to move it. Yep. If you haven't done so, I want you to make sure that you follow Budgie Bird. Yep. Yeah, because she's amazing. Uh-oh. Somebody in the wall back here. It was a 60, it looked like. It was Allen, 61. Allen having to come to pit road. Take a look and see where that happened. Whoa. Oh. No caution. He resets to pit road. Here's what happened. The Church and Allen got into each other there. Here's Allen. Here's what happened. Yeah, 61 got into the back bumper of Church. I don't know if Church got free. Let's go up to Church's point of view here. Oh no, Allen throttled back up, got right into the back bumper. Let's go. I'm going to go straight up here. We're going to go there, and we're going to go here. Take a look. Our backup just got right in the back of the 8. No caution there. That's unfortunate. Jorgensen, your race leader. About 1.8, the gap between he and Hartung. Tyler Dalton in third. Kogar, Bigart, Schaefer, Strickland, Causey. Chad Coleman up 11. Brad Dobb just behind up 6. '81 to the inside of the 66, given the race line. 66 going to steer away from the wall. How about Mr. Van Nest? You got the best ZZ Top look you've ever seen in your life. I promise. Yeah. Athens, Ohio. Deserving all the recognition. Good people. Good man. We love the dude. Jorgensen closing in. We'll see Mark Retchen just ahead. Mark, no doubt looking for that that damage to get fixed. The inside, the left side of that truck. The 81, 2.1 the gap. Back to Colby Hartung. Hartung, 23 laps to go. Working on trying to save the truck. Got a little bit of a run happening here. Tyler Dalton looking ahead. Does see it as well. Kogar under pressure from Nathan Bigart. Kogar part of the playoffs as well. Every driver that is in blue, one of your playoff drivers, one of your chase drivers. Oh, the 01. 80 got a little free off corner, so the 01 has to take the inside here. Schaefer, one of those drivers as well. Stryker, Joseph Causey. Kogar clear the 01. Gonna roll back forward. The 01 try to stretch his legs. Chad Coleman inside the top 10. Brad Dove as well. Dove, not a playoff driver, but it ain't nothing but a thing. Clint Hackett back at 14th. Newbra in 16th. The Brandon Banks right behind him. He's last season's champion. Got to go 2 for 2, but boy, I tell you what, he's got to stand on it. So we're the starting park tonight. RB Turner in 21st. He's another one of those playoff drivers. 16 drivers in the mix. There's Rincon on the outside. RB trying to march back forward. 19 laps to go. His lap times very consistent. Just trying to make sure that that's exactly what they are. And right now, Mark Jorgensen Jr. looking on the inside of the 17. More drivers, he puts a lap down. The more consistent he can be, 81 will clear out. 2.1 the gap again, Hartung. Tyler Dalton, Nathan Bigart, Kogar, Eric Schaefer, Michael Strickland, Joseph Causey, and Chad Coleman looking on the inside of the 50. Coleman, great pace here. Gonna find his way forward. A win here would be big for him. Causey battling back on the outside. Trying not to give up a spot here. Chad Coleman just faster. Sets up the corner for the exit. We'll get right there to the back bumper of the 50. Watch Causey drift up the line here. Going to be free in front of Kogar. I'm going to tell you what, Causey's really good at defense, but he's doing so at the jeopardy of his tires and everything else around him. Coleman will clear. Sometimes it's easier to concede and go back and try to take it back down. 50 looking back on the inside. 38 trying to set up a run on the back straightaway. Chad Coleman to 8th. .38 up and out, utilizing the correct posture on the race line. Hartung still seeing 2.8 the gap. Tyler Dalton, Nathan Bigart, 1.9. 2 seconds to gap back. 14 to go to the stage. Jorgensen Jr.'s fast as fluff, man. 13 to go. Down to the back straightaway, Hartung across the seam. See the drivers pull out all the stops. Bigart to Tyler Dalton, 2.1. Kogar back, 1.7. Has Schaefer behind him. Chad Coleman going to get clear of Strickland. Stryker, good battle back on the outside. He and Causey not making it easy. Stryker drops in. Oh, I think he missed that second lane. But he's good. He still has a run. Coleman, good battle on the outside. See if Coleman has anything for the two ahead of him as well. Those are positions for both drivers. Coleman off corner. Stryker. Ooh, a little wiggle out of Strickland up there. Chad Coleman breaks early. Rolls the very bottom of the racetrack. Strickland on the outside. Ooh, close to the wall. Side by side, Schaefer to the back bumper ahead. There's a battle for position for all these drivers. Causey catching back up as well. Strickland working the outside. Schaefer to the back bumper of the 80. Kogar, Schaefer. Schaefer, looked on the inside. Coleman there. This is the roll for all these drivers. 9 laps to go. Bigard 7.4 the gap. 4 up to the door of the 80. Stryker into the wall. Coleman gives him gives him space. And here comes Stryker battling back. Stryker's good up there. That new pavement doing good. And it's doing well for him. John Fowler, 4/10 of a second the gap. Eric Schaefer, Logan Kogar, the battle's still on. Chad Coleman will look to the inside on the 4. Coleman to the bottom. Schaefer trying to utilize Coleman's room here. Maybe try to set up the pass as Kogar works the corner. Causey back on the inside. Stryker there as well. 7 laps to go to the stage. Ooh. 38 on the back bumper of the 80. Rolling bottom. Mark Retchen there. 3 wide into turn 3. Coleman turning to the bottom side, door to door with the 80. 24 up there. 88 to the back bumper of the 4. Whoa! 88 into the back bumper of the 4 there. 4 gets rushed up the racetrack. 3 wide again. Oh, man. 5 laps to go. Well, the race is heating up. Coleman is there on the outside of Kogar. Coleman trying to rush back forward. Coleman back on the outside. Trying to keep that truck off the wall. As it works. Jorgensen Jr., 3 to go. There on the inside of Jerry Culver. 4 to go. There on the inside of Jerry Culver. Colby Hartung, 4.6 back. Tyler Dalton closing in. Dalton into the wall. Bigard 2 3/4 back there. Got to make it work. Jorgensen Jr., 3 laps to go to the stage. Chad Coleman trying to work on catching Nathan Bigard here and trying to escape as Kogar, Causey. Kogar trying to run the outside. Causey with a run right to the back bumper once again. Eric Schaefer stays ahead of Michael Strickland. Brad Dove in 10th. John Fowler has closed the gap down there. 2 to go on the stage. Top 12 paid in points. Crown over one of those drivers. Crown over up 7. 81 behind the 5.8. The more drivers he can put between he and the rest of the field, the more clean he's going to be able to get in and out of pit road. The 81, not 88, 81. Wrap at the bottom with a 5.8 on the outside. 5.8 a little bit into the wall. There's the 88. Still working. White flag for the stage. Mark Jorgensen Jr., final time out of 3 and 4. We'll leave Rincon on the lead lap. As the 81 will win the stage here. Colby Hartung, 2nd. Tyler Dalton, 3rd. Big Art, 4th. Chad Coleman was closing quick, fast, in a hurry. He'll finish 5th. Kogar, Causey, Schaefer, Strickland, Dove. That'll be your top 10. John Fowler, Anthony Cronover across the line. Once paid for the drivers. Jorgensen Jr., stage winner. And they'll go under the pace. First caution of the race. is for the stage. They'll meet up with the pace car, then catch back up as drivers have to pass the pace car. As they do, we'll get it rolling. I'm going to take a pause for the cause, give you your hydrate breaks, and everybody grab some popcorn. We're going to have some time still left. These cars in. Striker stays out. And agreed again. There we go. Credit the lap led for Strickland there in 19. Looking back over the outside. Jorgensen Jr., Chad Coleman up on the outside as well. Drive off on the corner. Chad Coleman to the outside. Causey into the back bumper. Kogar working. Dalton trying to hold on. Up and out around the corner, 0.3 of a second as they move. Kogar in tow. Coleman on the outside of Causey. Causey pushing as hard as he can. Ooh, Tyler Dalton, free off corner. Back on the inside. 01 trying to drive underneath. Going to have a run here to the back bumper of the 19. Drivers trying to manage the traffic here. Hartung having a jump to pit road. I think he might, I don't know if he had a connection issue or what was going on. But Hartung from second to the stage, having to jump back in. You talk about ramifications when it comes to the point standings. That's one of them. Chris Fowler jumped to pits as well, so there's got to be something going on there. So Hartog taking an extra set of tires there, not needing to and not meaning to. Going to be under the blanket. Chad Coleman back on tire save mode right now. Causey up to the door of Kogar. Nathan Bigart in tow, 19, working second lane. Jorgensen Jr. out front, 3/4 of a second. Just has to do what he did before on the same concept. John Hammond up 16. Right now you're a hard charger. Coleman up 14. This is your second hard charger. Tony Sanders is going to be up 11. So is Jerry Culver. Rincon was your lucky dog, so he got himself back on the lead lap. Robert Ham came it on. Well, actually, I think Rincon took the lucky dog around. I think wave around for Tony Sanders. And just ahead, Mr. Van Nest. You drivers not showing pit strategy here. Stryker, one of those drivers, has the 28 just behind. Clint Hackett in 16th. Try to maybe save something there. 1:38 to go. Mr. Ham had an off track just a moment ago. Was able to get himself rolling back for Jorgensen a second. Tyler Dalton showing a half second of Big Art. Causey trying to close in. Kogard trying to save as well. Chad Coleman will go back to work like he did before. Is everybody holding on? Hammond up inside the top 10. Great battle here. As Anthony Crownover up high, looking to the back bumper of the Ford. Crownover to the bottom. John Fowler back to 11th. There to the back bumper of Dove. Dove up 6. Fowler looking in. An egg shape for the corner entry. Hammond to the inside of the 4. Back on the brakes. Rolls corner out. Points the truck. Good side draft. 4's going to clear. Hammond to the bottom. Going to clear Schaefer. Schaefer will be up. Just braking enough to let him go. They have some tire to save for the end of this one. 134 laps to go. Only caution being for the stage. 1.5 the gap right now. Jorgensen Jr., Tyler Dalton, Nathan Bigart, Joseph Causey, Logan Kogar, your top 5. And Colby Hartung, a few laps down now, trying to march back through the field here. Lead lap drivers completing lap 68. He looks to be, I think he's 4 laps down. Jerry Culver just ahead. No, 3 laps down, not 4 laps down. 3 laps down. Got to manage the truck and get himself moving back forward. Hartung was second in the stage. Tyler Dalton, Nathan Bigart. There's Causey. Causey, 24.18. Kogar, Coleman. Coleman sitting the bottom side. Kogar back to 6th here, 15 spots gain. John Hammond marching through. He's got a good looking truck so far. We'll see how he can hold on and make this one work. Second lane on the corner exit. Across the seam a little bit into the wall. Hammond got a little bit into the wall there. 1.8 the gap. Bigart behind Dalton. Causey going to work his way back in as well. Kogar. Seeing a little bit of the 15, and here's your bumper. And Chad Coleman was great on the long run, was catching the top 5. Schaefer, Dove, side by side. Dove on the bottom. Schaefer will run the outside. Shouldn't have too big of an issue here. Schaefer on corner exit. Dove right there to the side. Draft up. Oh, net code. Fowler gets around. Brandon Banks in tow. Michael Lubrow up 11. Hollyfield up 4. Glenn Hackett off 2. RB Turner off a spot. RB still wheeling and dealing right now. Hayden Malcolm just behind him. Hayden Kivett on 53. He's got new tires as well. It's about finding yourself there at the end. SpeedyTrophies.com Truck Series 74 of 200. As all of them work, folks. All of them are working. Tyler Dalton, Nathan Bigart, Joseph Causey. Dalton to back up the corner. .7 the gap. Nate Rowland, very bottom of the racetrack. Looks on the inside of the 19. Tyler letting him go. That'll be nice and easy right now. Jorgensen, gone from where he is at. About a second fall off for the field right now. Bigard has not run his fastest laps of the race. At about a 0.6 of a second fall off. 23.93 his fastest lap. Last lap, 23 or 24.52. We'll see what he does this time. This time by 24.56. We're rolling some pace. The gap, 3 seconds. Jorgensen Jr. Got to pull away. As it would be. Well, bottom losing about 10th a lap. Ooh, free from Mark Retchen just ahead. Tyler Dalton on his lap times. Losing just under a 10th per lap. Now, about a 0.5 tenth per lap. Joseph Causey matching the pace of Tyler Dalton right now. 0.4 of a second to the driver ahead of him. Chad Coleman gained about a 10.5. Catching 6 laps. What it shows. We'll see what happens this time. You're right behind Mark Retchen. Coleman to clear up. Will be clear. We're good to go. Anthony Cronover. And Logan Kogar. And John Hammond. Matching the pace of Kogar ahead of him. Right behind him, Eric Schaefer. Gaining time, gaining a little bit per lap. Trying to catch him here. Lap time. Whoa. Schaefer on the inside. Hammond back on the outside. They're working. They're matching. They're gaining. Bigart, Tyler Dalton. A lot of information there. I know it might even be tough to see, but either way, it's good. What's up, Dawson? Good to see you, man. How am I doing? I'm here. I'm here. Jorgensen Jr., 4.2 the gap. Big Art trying to close it in. There's your look. That'll be how it goes. Chad Coleman playing catch up, gets around the 2. And it's Chris Fowler back here running his Toyota. Tony Sanders off the lead lap. Churchy off the lead lap. Was able to get the truck worked on, though. Jorgensen Jr. leading. Stryker, last driver on the lead lap, I do believe, is right behind Church. Brandon Banks just ahead. So all of them, yeah, well, they're all mashing the gas, man. That's what they got to do. 4.3 the gap. Jorgensen to Nathan Bigard. Tyler Dalton losing a little bit of time here. Causey behind him. Coleman has caught him. Coleman getting through the field is faster than the drivers ahead of him. But he's got to get there and he's got to pass them. Getting there is one thing. Catching them and passing them is another. See him bounce off the bottom there. I think he's going to lose a little bit of time. Cool the tires back down. That's what you hear out of that. 66 in the 01. Mr. Van Nest up there is holding on. Staying high, letting him go. Whoa. At BSC racing line. Hammond has had Schaefer get around. Hammond's still up 17. Brad Dove trying to close in. Stryker coming to pit road. He's going to take that one in. 91 of 110. Jorgensen Jr. closing in on Church. Big Art. Tyler Dalton. Tyler Dalton closing in. About a 10th that last lap. Easy to go 2 laps down here. Our tongue still working. RB Turner just ahead. RB up a spot in 14th. '81 gets around the 8. 5.2 the gap. Nathan Bigart. Tyler Dalton. Coleman has caught Causey. Once again, Coleman setting up the run here. He'll take a few laps. He's been able to do what he needed to. Got inside the top 5. Now this is where it's tough to pass. 107 to go. 94 being completed as we speak. Jorgensen Jr. out of 3 and 4. Catching some of the drivers. Jorgensen leading at Iowa. And Bigart 5.4. See Jerry just ahead. Mr. Jerry Culver putting in the time, running 17th up 10. 11 for Hayden Malcolm. Doug Sigmund up 9. See the 24 on the outside. This is Mark Retchen. Stryker back out of the mix. He's going to be right behind some drivers here. Fresh set of tires. Chance to mash some gas, catch some drivers off the pace. I think Stryker spent his time on pit road, 47.65 total, 15 seconds on pit road for tires and fuel. I had heard that NASCAR was talking about, or that somebody, I don't know, maybe it was Freddie that on Door Bumper Clear that was talking about the possibility of the trucks going to a single lug and the O'Reilly car. I sure hope they don't. I like the 5 lug, bigger tire situation. We don't need it. We would love to put the Cup car back on a 5 lug pattern as well. Coleman looking. There's Jerry Culver on the outside. Culver should be able to battle back here. 13, little wiggle. Coleman gives him the lane. Shortens up the racetrack here. 13 up near the wall. I don't know, folks. You tell me. You tell me out there. What do you think? What do you think about NASCAR? That's car B from Dan. We love to see it. Pinning messages. Oh, I forgot to pin that. Oh, caution is out. Well, that changes everything. Can I? Oh, I can't pin that. Aw. Oh, first caution for incident. And it was Stryker. Stryker to the bottom. Oh, the 4 got free. Oh, no. 4 was getting free a little bit there. That's not what Stryker wanted, so to per se. You see the 4 up there. He's a little high. Out of the gas. Back into the gas. Starts getting free. And then, yeah, that was just enough to change. Yeah, that was just enough. 31 Rincon goes through. Very good. Hey, Malcolm should be your lucky dog. Glenn Hackett will stay out. I think I don't know, he might have missed pit road. Chance for Hackett to lead a lap here. Some free pass trucks up there. Yeesh. Clint Hackett, Robert Ham stand out. Jorgensen Jr., fresh tires. Big Hart, Dalton, Coleman, Causey. Crowd over there, Schaefer, John Hammond. Good race so far for Mr. Hammond. 98 laps to go. We shall see what the cycle says. Well, I thought Hayden Malcolm was your lucky dog. But it didn't give it to him, so it must have been Jerry. Jerry's on the lead lap, I think. Yeah, somebody was your lucky dog. I don't even know who it was. Kogar to the end. Nobody coming in to make sure they have enough fuel. So that would be what it be. Clint Hackett, your race leader. Drivers are going to get released. We'll see what's going to happen here. All right. The older tires out there. Clint Hackett, which was the inside lane. Clint Hackett, the 0-1 on the inside. Jorgensen Jr., Tyler Dalton on the outside. And Clint is in a rock and a hard spot. He's got 49 lap fresher tires behind him. Robert Ham with a black flag leaving pit road. Brandon Banks coming around as well. That'll be how it goes. Pace car is in. 28's got to go. He's going. Good restart for the 81. Tyler Dalton has Joseph Causey up his Tookus. Coleman on the inside. Split 3 wide. Causey on the outside. Hammond rolling. Clint Hackett. And a touch and go situation there. John Hammond up inside the top 5. He's in 4th. Brad Dobb there as well. And Jorgensen out front. Hackett trying to roll. New tires on the outside. Crowd over there as well. Fuel could be a concern here. We'll see. 3 wide for the 0-1. Ooh, a little wiggle out of him. 15 back on the outside. Chad Coleman needing to work back forward now. How about it? John Hammond to 4th. Causey, Dalton, Jorgensen. There's a look at it. R&B inside the top 10, clearing the 28. Kogar back there as well. Crownover, fastest lap of his race. Same with Brad Dobb. Both of them running 23.67s. John Hammond there as well. Hammond 23.95. Looking to try to save. There's Coleman. Bigart with some right rear damage. And we can go on Coleman's nose to see it. Wall tap for the 15. Coleman right there. Out of the gas, making it work. Newbra inside the top 10. Van Nest having an issue. Not Mr. Van Nest. Here's what happened. I think he got free. He did. Truck pointed down to the... I tell you what, Mr. Van Ness saved a caution there. He really did. But didn't help his truck after the fact. Dang it. Holding on for all it's worth. Holyfield on the outside of the 4. 13 of Jerry Culver on the outside. About a 1.9 second gap here for Tyler Dalton, Brad Dobb, Joseph Causey, John Hammond. Dalton backing up the corner. Some of these drivers are backing up to try to make sure that they have enough. 15 on the inside. There's a 38 of Chad Coleman. Crownover pushes up. Coleman on the outside. 55 there on the inside. A good battle. John Hammond. Oh, just clear. 38 with a crossover. Coleman sends the corner. Crossover on the brakes hard. Corner exit, Cronover right behind. Rubberham having a jump to pit road. Here's what happened. Oh, just got free. Oh. And a blown engine. Dove to second, Tyler Dalton in third, Chad Coleman in fourth. Ripping the outside of the 19. And if I've got a shot to get there, this is it. Coleman ahead of Dalton. 38, 1.6. As Brad Dove works, Jorgensen backing off to match the pace of the race. 1.6 the gap. So they're about a second off his pace, so I think drivers are knowing there's some time. Can you save a little? Tony Sanders off track. Dove a little extra sideways there. Coleman in tow of him. 1.9 the gap. Chad Coleman up 17 from the start of the race. There on the outside of Dove. Coleman to second. Tyler Dalton holding on to fourth. Causey, Big Art. As Anthony Crown over there in the middle. John Hammond still inside the top 10. Whoa, whoa. John went to turn into the corner there. A little net coat almost broke those two apart. That turn 2 camera is irritating me. Or that TV2 camera is irritating me. Newbra up 15 inside the top 10. Right side damage for the 01. Not affecting the turn right now, so looks to be doing all right. See what the pressing issue might be. There's Kogar back inside the top 10. Jorgensen Jr. 1.7 to Chad Coleman. Brad Dove in third. Tyler Dalton in fourth. Causey trying to hold on. 15 on the bottom. Rotating the bottom of the racetrack. 50 looking. I tell you what, the 5.5 is there on the outside. The 50. Almost cleared himself off the 5.5. Rolling out of the corner. Everybody having a great day so far. Kogar side by side with Newbra. Schaefer back into the mix as well. There's RB Turner. Ron Hollyfield. Brandon Banks right behind the 8. A slew of tracks. Try to make it work. Kogar, Big Art. Kogar ripping the inside on the 15. Door to door. Kogar to try to slide up here. Mash in the corner. All the way down. Now, these drivers don't get to see what we see. Their point of view as a spotter in their ear and making judgments based on what their mirrors tell them and what this says right here, right in front of them. Kogar having a great day. Coleman seeing Dove try to have a run at him. Dove on the inside. Tyler Dalton picking back up the pace. Coleman. Dove comes up to Coleman. They touch doors there. Coleman letting him go. But to set it a high in, low out. 2.1 the gap. Coleman pointing the truck. He's going to let Dove go at it here. Brad Dove, a 24.6, about a 10th gained. Jorgensen, a 2-second gap, not stepping away like he did before. He's just trying to save this one. 73 laps to go. The track will eat tires. The temperature does enough. Battle for second on. I'm going to throw it on exciting, and it was the pace car for a moment. These drivers are going to do the thing. As they do their thing, I'm going to do mine. I'm going to be right back. It's time to refill the water, folks. 72 laps to go. Got a lot of racing still left. All right, coming back to it. Brandon Banks, last driver lead lap at 13. Jorgensen Jr. at a 1.9 second gap, getting around a little traffic here. Brad Dove coming around, he's in second. Chad Coleman holding on to third. Right now, 24.9s for the driver. Dove just ran a 25.04. This time by at 25.02. Coleman has caught him, 24.86. Causey at 24.9. Crownover at 24.93. Tyler Dalton, 24.99. Big Art has gone back behind Schaefer here. Big Art, RB Turner. RB trying to close in, 24.9 for he. Drivers coming to pit lane. Causey on the bottom, hitting the inside wall. Needing to back up here. I don't know if he was intentionally trying to come to pit road there. He was trying to come to pit lane, and then just missed and pulled a Kyle Larson out of his belt. Jorgensen Jr. coming around 2.25 of the gap. Brad Dove there, 49 laps to go. Jerry Culver, last driver lead lap, came in on 100 himself, 146 for Newbra. Newbra on a different cycle, some drivers trying to do some new things. Clint Hackett trying to march through the field as well. So Causey going to go ahead and leave pit road here. Taking right side only tires. And a little bit of fuel. Church back at 21st. Colby Hartung at 24th. He came in at 147. Craig Parks there. He's trying to get as many spots as he can right now. Jorgensen to Brad Dove. 2.5. Chad Coleman behind him. Causey on the inside. Causey 2 laps down. There is the 28 there as well. 28 turning underneath. There's the 85 on the outside. There's Tony Sanders there. The 14 setting up with new tires, trying to work on the outside lane. It's going to get there. We'll have Church just ahead of him. Church gave it a 100, and it's a natural lap for him. The drivers continue to try to find spots. Clint Hackett at 19th. 13 lap pressure tires for Causey on the right side of that truck. So trying to punch some things out of this one. I think the difference there was making sure that he had enough time to be able to get around and do that. Causey is 2 laps down as Jorgensen runs a 24.89. Brad Dove, 25.06. Causey now getting around the traffic, has to play catch up again. Rolling third, Crownover in fourth. Coleman first of the playoff drivers here. Kogar in fifth. Schaefer in sixth. Tyler Dalton in seventh. Bigart in eighth. RB Turner in ninth. John Hammond in 10th. Jorgensen leading. Causey on the outside. Hartung will be there as well. Jorgensen gives away. Says go ahead and take it on the outside there, folks. Hartung trying to lap himself from Causey here. Hartung has 4 tires. Came in right after the 50 did. Mr. Van Nest got himself a black flag there, leaving pit road. He's going to have to keep it on the bottom. Work himself there. Sorry, Causey came out at 150. Hartung came out at 147. So that will be the marker there. And you can tell what 4 fresh tires does because Hartung right now has pulled away from Causey. Hartung looking on the inside of the 31. Does have Craig Parks 9 seconds up. Church is about half a track away from him. So just more spots for him to try to get. 40 laps to go. Causey not escaping as cleanly as he'd like right now, but still try to make it work. Jorgensen Jr., Brad Dove, Chad Coleman. .4.1 the gap. Jorgensen Jr. as your leader has had 157 with a 162. He's had the truck and the performance of the truck today. The 28 coming around. There's Clint Hackett. He's in 19th. The 1.5 second gap. He came at a 137, so he is just traveling here. But make it work. 36 lap fresher tires in Jorgensen right now. Brad Dove. Now seeing Chad Coleman close back down the gap. Crown over, same concept here. Coleman's had a good truck. And he has managed everything he could. Kogar in 5th, Schaefer in 6th, Tyler Dalton in 7th. Big Art 2.5 back from there. RB has ran a half second behind Nathan Big Art for quite a while. Right behind him, I believe Church is right behind him. Newbra in 13th. Give it a 146. Some of the newer tires out there looking to get one of his laps back. He is the first driver off the lead lap. Hartung 3 laps down. Church and Parks 3 laps down. Make the picture for Church. He came in a 100. Newbra doing what he can. Brandon Banks ahead of he. 12 seconds of gap. Crown over coming to pit road. 35 laps to go. Jorgensen managing behind a few of the drivers. There's the 28. And just ahead, getting one of his laps back. It'll be 2 laps down now, I do believe, for Clint Hackett. Clint Hackett to Rincon. That's a battle for position. Clint Hackett making a choice. No ramifications here. Has the drive off. We'll keep it low. Brandon Banks at 11th. We'll see your race leader behind. Natural lap for position here as the 28 turns underneath. Newbra 11 seconds and trying to close in. Crown over, coming off pit road. Right side only tires for he. Trying to keep himself ahead of Joseph Causey, which will be what we see. Doug Sigmund to pit road as well. Jorgensen Jr. looking on the inside of the 5. 5.2 the gap. Chad Coleman has caught Brad Dove. Coleman to the bottom. Schaefer working as well. Coleman on corner exit points the truck. 25-2-3. For both drivers, Jorgensen 24-8-3. A lot of time. Chad Coleman, Kogar, Schaefer. There, Schaefer is caught Kogar. And Kogar trying to work their way a little free for the 4. Stryker in 19th. He is closing in. He came in on 89. Trying to do more with that truck than most people would do. He has the oldest tires in the field right now. He has 30 laps to go. Jorgensen Jr., Brad Dove, Chad Coleman. Coleman looking on the inside. Right there on the back bumper. Kogar is caught, so has the 4 of Schaefer. Coleman right on the back bumper of the 25. The 25 down low. Trying to keep them behind, but he's got 3 trucks to worry about. Not just that one. Brad Dove down to block. There's more to concede here. As Coleman shortens up the race line, losing a ton of time. Dove trying to battle back here. Kogar and Schaefer have closed the gap. So is Tyler Dalton. So Dove in danger of losing a ton of spots here. With just faster trucks behind him. Kogar looking on the outside. Dove is taking the race line away. Continuing to block low. Coleman back on the inside. Dove down to block again. It's going to get pushed up and out. Coleman to second. And there goes Kogar down to the bottom. Coleman to clear. We're going to be 3 wide here. Oh, baby. Schaefer trying to get aggressive with it. Ooh, door up. They're 3 wide there. Schaefer, Kogar side by side. Schaefer back over the inside. Tyler Dalton there as well. Bigart closing in 4 seconds. He and RB Turner. Tyler Dalton has gotten around the 25. 25 looking back over the inside. Trying to send it down. Chad Coleman trying to push his way forward. .9 the gap, 24 laps to go. 8 Malcolm, Eric Schaefer, Logan Kogar side by side, door to door, those two. They're into the wall on each other. Kogar, Schaefer, front straightaway. Ooh, Schaefer a little sideways. Truck got upset. There was Hayden Malcolm there. Tyler Dalton back over the outside as well. Schaefer trying to have the drive off here. Tyler Dalton up there. Have the truck point. Here comes Michael Newbra there on the inside of the 25. Rincon there as well. 22 laps to go. 6 seconds the gap. Jorgensen, Coleman, Dalton to get around the 80. Kogar battles back. Tyler Dalton to the bottom. Schaefer there as well. A battle of epic proportions. Tyler Dalton cleared up. 80 to the back bumper. 19 down to the bottom. 4 pulled along. 4 throttles up. Clears himself off the nose of the 80. 4 to the 80. Schaefer got clear. Had to take that position. Tyler Dalton, Chad Coleman. 25-30 for Coleman the last time by. Tyler Dalton trying to roll down to the bottom side. Schaefer on the move as well. Kogar there. Brad Dove back in 6th. Bigart 1.9 back. 3 seconds back. There's the 14. He is looking to the back bumper of the 01. Trying to get around. That's just newer tires for the 14. Somebody into the wall. Looked like Striker into the wall there. Just ahead. There's Hartung. Going to catch Strickland. That'll be a pass for position. So Colby Hartung has worked himself back into the top 20. Trying to take 19th away from the 88. And we'll have 1.6 to Doug Sigmund. And then Rincon just ahead of him. So those are opportunities. Schaefer coming to pit road. Jorgensen Jr., 6.5 the gap. 18 laps to go. Tyler Dalton. Kogar down low here, and Newbra ahead of him. Newbra trying to work. There's the 15 getting around. There's the new tires for Anthony Crownover. Michael Newbra, 19 lap holder tires just behind him. This is a top 12 for him. Causey, they're on the inside of the 30. Schaefer is going to be able to leave pit road before fresh. You'll see a few drivers get around. He'll have a chance. 2 seconds the gap to try to catch Causey. So Schaefer in 14th, Newbron in 12th. Crownover at 11th. Brandon Banks just ahead. 16 laps to go. Jorgensen Jr. 5.8. Tyler Dalton, Chad Coleman. That'll be your top three. Kogar, Big Art. Kogar seeing the lap traffic work the inside. So the drivers have been fast all race long. We're doing that. How about a top five for Nathan Big Art as Brad Dove has gone around. RB Turner looking to drive underneath. Just has a better set of safe tires here. RB to the bottom, Dove. Ooh, Dove across the nose of the O2. RB has got to get aggressive with the race line. He'll look to go high, in, low, out, and that'll be the drive line for the O2. Hayden Malcolm there. Jerry Culver coming off pit road. RB Turner on the bottom side. 25 trying to ride high. The O2 should be able to get clear here. As he tries to catch up to the 01. The 5.8 on the outside. A big run for Hayden Malcolm. That's just new tires going around on the outside. 02 hugging the bottom side, showed his way around the racetrack. Mark Jorgensen Jr. in the 85 on the outside. Be 11 laps to go this next time by. And the concern? Well, a little bit of fuel. The drivers clutching it in, blowing up the pace, making sure they're good to go. Hollyfield to pit road. Right now, 25 twos. And the math does bring it out. You know, that's kind of what we see. They're getting close. They're running close. That'll be what you see. 4 to go. I'm sorry, 10 to go. Not 4 to go, 10 to go. Tyler Dalton, 4.8. Chad Coleman, Logan Kogar, Nathan Bigart, RB Turner. Schaefer trying to work himself back around. He says, you know what? We got plenty of time to get there. We got 10 laps. What can we do in 10 laps? Well, we can run the bottom of the racetrack. Schaefer looking to get up and look to the inside of Kogar. 01 has a chance to set up for the inside. Kogar will give that to Bigart. Kogar right behind the 01. RB Turner closing in. And RB, a masterful job. I wonder how sore his arms are right now. Or how he's coming to pit road. RB has to. Oh no, RB. Commentators curse. My fault. My bad. 4 seconds the gap. RB needs to take a splash and skedaddle. Even if he takes right sides, 7 laps to go. He ran as long as he could. Crown over the newest tires in the field. Newbrow in 9th. Brandon Banks in 10th. There's Hayden Malcolm. Schaefer on the inside. Chance to pass his teammate. He is ripping the bottom side of this racetrack. Full set and some fuel. RB back to 14th. Coming up. Give it a 192. Took a splash. Says, let's go. Got Clint Hackett just ahead. Hollyfield came in. Might have taken right sides. He is right there with the 81. RB Turner did a great job keeping himself up there inside the top 6. Just how do you save that much fuel? And right now the 81 lifting to make sure he is good to go. Tyler Dalton has saved as much as he could. Does have the 15 just ahead of him. The 8 up there as well. 5 laps to go. Jorgensen Jr. 2.8 the gap. Built up a huge lead. And now having to work on saving. Nate to Chad Coleman, 3.4. Dalton in second. Here the 0-1, clutching. Got to hold on as much as you can. 3 to go. Jorgensen Jr. in the 81, 2.4 the gap. And now 2 to go. Tyler Dalton. Save to save to save. They were just outside the pit window. And right now, everybody holding on. 15. Kevin on 165. Goes no further than Tyler Dalton. We'll see it, though. White flag waves. Final lap. Jorgensen Jr. trying to save as much as he can. Right now, 1.6 the gap, 1.7. Tyler Dalton looks ahead. Dove running out of fuel. Jorgensen Jr. one final time out of 3 and 4. Dalton will not close it down. Jorgensen wins it. Dalton in second. Coleman coming around will be in third. Big Art in fourth. Kogar. Let's see if he makes it around. Has the 28 behind him. Kogar running out right there, but he does finish in fifth. How about John Hammond? He's getting a little bit of help. 8 and the 5. John was out of fuel. I was a little bump drafted at Iowa. John Hammond, 6th. I don't know if it counts, but that's pretty awesome. Oh, Jorgensen, winner here at Iowa. Oh, Tyler Dalton, Chad Coleman, Nathan Bigard, Logan Kogar, your top 5. How about that, folks? A little bit of bump drafting for John Hammond. Good little race there, folks. What a good little race. We'll get down to it. Bam, bam. Oh, we got to back up. There it is. Jorgensen Jr., Tyler Dalton, Chad Coleman, Nathan Bigart, Logan Kogar, your top 5. John Hammond, Anthony Crownover, Michael Newbra, Eric Schaefer, Brandon Banks, your top 10. Causey, Dove, Hackett, Turner, Hollyfield, Culver, Rincon, Sigmund, Hartung, Craig Parks, your top 20. And then Tony Sanders, Mr. Strickland, Mr. Hayden Malcolm, Mr. Church, Mr. Fowler, Mr. Van Ness, Mr. Retchen, Mr. Ham, Mr. John Fowler, and then Alan Cryer back in 30th. Thank you, Dov. Welcome in, brother. And then Jelly, registered, starting parked. Kind of crazy. Yeah. I need to move that. Can we move that? We can move that. Let's grab. I'm gonna fix this overlay real quick. Then we'll talk to some people. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, styling. Join hands and hearts and voices, voices, hearts and hands. It was a good race, man. Everybody did good. Everybody be proud of themselves. It was fun. For me, it was fun. I don't always. Top left. Oh, top. We want that to be 350. Left. Oh yeah. PX. apply. And then left, we want that to be, I think, 800. Nope. Yeah, 800. X apply. Yeah, it's centered. We need to go over some more. 10. Apply. 14, 2560 by 4. Okay, 2560, so 17. Mr. Van Ness, thanks for the like, sir. You are legendary, my friend. Saw you out there running. We're talking good things about you, I promise. Okay, so we'll be able to save that as it be. Okay, so that should auto. Yeah. And then we can talk to you. Somebody told me to stop singing the other day. You know what I say to that? Well, we all know what I said to that. I said no. Yeah, one more time. One more time. I need to make one more adjustment. And they take it over just a little bit more. It's a wee bit more. See, now we know what happens behind the scenes. Pretty stinking cool. Oh no, that's too much. Cody's being super excited. Okay, that'll be good enough for right now. All right. Well, we're gonna, you know what we gotta do? We gotta talk to him in reverse order. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. You know what? We'll talk to Chad. Let's talk to Chad. Congratulations, Chad. P3 tonight. I know Jorgensen's coming. So I'm preparing, sir. P3 tonight, heck of a truck. Had to save a little bit, had to do a lot. I mean, tell me about it, man.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I was sitting there talking to Tyler, expecting to be here for a while because I figured Mark was already up here. So
no.
I was in for a wait. So I think it's kind of funny now that Tyler has to wait for Mark to get done with his interview. So that's great, man. You did me a huge favor. Thank you.
Now I'm going to reverse order. I'm going to go in reverse. When Mark wins, we're going to be here for a while, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, Mark's such a dick.
Tell me about your race, man. Hell of a race. Stage presence. You had a very fast truck on a long haul. My goodness.
Yeah, we were quick on the long run, man. I stepped on it so hard in qualifying. I threw my first lap away, and then my second lap it felt really good through 1 and 2. I got a little loose off 2, and right in the coming off of 4 here at night, I don't know if there's a seam there and you can't see it that you can see during the day or what it is, but man, I hit that and it took off, and I about busted it in the race in the same spot. So that spot was there. I tried to avoid it until, you know, we got 5-10 laps on tires, and then it didn't seem that bad. But yeah, we had a good long run truck. I would have liked to have took off with Mark right there at the end of the race with that long run, just to see, you know, where we could hang, you know, fuel wise. But we got in the corner with a guy that stayed out, and he jacked us all up. Luckily, we didn't all crash. I know it's pretty close right there between me and Nate. Nate about killed the dude that stayed out right there, and then I about killed Nate. I don't know exactly what caused it, but yeah, it about got ugly.
Oh, I watched it.
After that,
I was gonna say I watched that whole fiasco. Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, staying out on old tires here is a very bad idea. But yeah, after that, I knew everybody was gonna be saving, so I just took what I had and used up 5 or 6 laps of fuel and got around most of those guys, and tried to settle in right there and just keep not keep clutching, but just keep saving and lifting early and stuff. And then had a nuisance in the way, so that kind of screwed most of that up, and lost a bunch of time there. And eventually got around that right there at the end, and was able to hang on for third. Tyler had saved more fuel, So he was able to run a little harder right there towards the end to kind of get by us and get a gap. But yeah, we were all right. I think we probably finished. I think I probably finished. I don't know, round about where I should have. So no denying Mark was fast. Mark was rolling pretty good. I'd have just liked to seen, starting up there with him. Like to seen if I could have run with him. But good job to him. Good job to Tyler. Congrats to everybody in here for keeping that last run green as a fun long run, having to save fuel and everything. There was some strategy involved. So shout out to all of them.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think the some of the best part about what we get to see every so often is exactly what we saw tonight. Just making sure that you got to hit the marks, and you got to strategize, especially when you're that close on fuel. I put the the fuel mileage in the old calculator, and I was like, they're not going to make it, but everybody had to back off the pace, and you can't save a bunch of fuel just run a little off. So it's pretty insane. It is pretty insane.
Yeah, you can. I mean, we come out of the pits right there, and I think we were
like 6 laps.
And I can't remember, 5-6 laps short. Yeah. And that's what me and Tyler were talking about. And I was like, I said, I don't know. I said, it's going to be close. And then I made that run to get by those guys right there, just in case there was a caution, and let off and rode for 10 to 15 laps. And I was like, dang, there's a legit chance to make this with, having some fuel left over at the end. And Mark got out front. Mark was able to save good right there with nobody being out there to mess him up. It was he had her rolling. So I don't know if we could have beat him straight up or not, or if anybody could have beat him straight up or not, but he was good tonight, but he's still a dick.
Well, we'll talk to him last. We'll let him have the rebuttal.
Yeah.
All right, Chad. Well, congratulations, man. This is a fun race. It was 200 laps around this racetrack is it's a lot of laps, but I mean, able to make it work. This was a good race, man.
It is. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. When I got on and Tyler's like, it's at night, I 100% just thought about not racing, because I love this place during the day, and I am not a fan of it at night. It's just way too grippy. And then it's just like it just had some weird spots in it to where the truck would just want to jump out. It was crazy, but made it fun, I guess. Kept you on your toes.
Yeah. Well, at least for me, I was able to kind of follow the story. It actually made it easier to follow the story tonight. Because sometimes when you have 30 plus trucks in here and you're going for that long green flag run, you're you're at a certain point. I'm like, oh, they're still running in circles. Another left turn. but the story unfolded. Yeah, I mean, every once in a while, there's a race or two that I'm like, okay, somebody wreck already. But I'm glad it didn't happen tonight. There was a lot of interesting battles happening out through the race, and yours was one of them, sir. All right, brother. We'll give you shout outs. We got more Truck Series tomorrow night for you, and tonight, good points night.
Yeah, I think we're too far back in that to worry about anything. Just too much bad luck. But nevertheless, we'll just keep digging. But just thank all the admins over here for putting this deal on and inviting us over here when back when a couple of us decided to come over here. It's been a lot of fun. Glad I joined. So thanks to them, and shout out to all the guys that's in the channel with us tonight. Is me and Mark, Tyler, and Alan. Alan met his end early, which was I'm guessing you've seen it, but man, it was funny. He didn't know it was broke as bad as it was, and he went into turn 3 on the apron and it went straight.
Yep. Yeah, we saw him hit his right front, and then he went when he went to get in, and when he drove straight up the racetrack, I was like, oh. So yeah. Yeah.
I was behind him. I was behind that group, gaining on that group in front of me when he did that, and I was like, oh, dude, you about killed everybody.
but no caution.
But glad
No.
glad it didn't. Glad
Yeah.
he didn't. Glad it didn't happen because yeah, he would have never lived that one down. And knowing Alan, he would have felt bad about it. But yeah, he didn't know that it was tore up as bad as it was. But nevertheless, when he didn't kill everybody, it was funny. So so yeah, just shout out to all the guys tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Yep. Anyway, I bet it was.
And
All
thank
right.
you.
Oh yeah. Well, I do my thing. I try to do my thing. Chad, I will see you tomorrow. Good luck in the rest of the races, sir.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
You too. That's Chad Coleman coming home in P3 tonight, and again back at reverse order. Because we're going to talk with Mark for a little while. Mr. Tyler Dalton, P2 tonight, sir. Saved enough fuel. You were there. You needed him to sputter.
Yeah, I was hoping that I could run it hard there at the end and get him to have to run it harder than he wanted to, and to run him out of fuel. But I mean, he was the fastest car all race long. Props to him. I mean, we took off on that last run there, and I was going to try to just stay with him and save fuel. And I'm looking at my fuel numbers. I'm like, there's no way. Props to him for saving it out there. I think our fuel numbers got messed up a little bit just by sort of getting screwed with some of the guys that weren't planning on saving fuel or just sort of went. So just having to maneuver around them and lose time around them didn't do us any favors. But I saved what I felt was enough there, and didn't think I'd get close at all. But with about, I don't know, 12 or so to go, I felt comfortable with my fuel and started just going hard, and was knocking about a second and a half of the lead off, and got close. But like I said, Mark was clearly the faster truck all race. I don't know how much clean air played into it. I know that when I had someone right on my bumper earlier, when Nate got on my bumper, it got me really loose. So I was sort of struggling with that. But so sort of wish it didn't turn into the whole fuel saving thing at the end, because I know Nate's really good at that, and I know he had got a little bit of damage, but he was able to manage to get fourth. So didn't really gain much on him points wise. It's sort of a wash there, but gained some on Colby when he had his issues. I hate to see him have issues, even though we are racing for points, but should be pretty solidly in second right now. And we just gotta hope we can maintain our consistency and hope Nate can somehow have a mistake.
Well, I mean, we do have, we have a break, and then we have, Homestead, Phoenix, Las Vegas, all tracks where things have been known to be a little different.
Yeah, I think Nate definitely has my number at Phoenix. I feel comfortable saying I'm probably better at Homestead. And honestly, I'm not sure how either one of us are going to be at Vegas. It just depends on how the track, the track temp and all that stuff is. But Homestead's always up through that one of my best tracks. As long as we get like a hot, slippery track at Homestead and get some long green flag runs there, I should be in good shape. Now, if we get short runs, I don't necessarily have the short run speed there, so we'll see how that goes. But fun race tonight. It's nice to get those long green flag runs at short track. Nice to have a race that didn't end like almost at 11 o'clock. So.
Yeah. I think we're all. We all, I mean, we're getting to the point now. School's back in session for a lot of folks. We all want to be done a little earlier. But hey, it was fun. It was fun to watch. Tyler, definitely closed in a little bit on the points. I mean, you had a better stage than Nate there, so like there's that to take in consideration as well. There's a lot of things that could go the right way. We got 3 races left, so we're going to see how it fans out. I think that's the big key is, it's never over until it's over.
Yeah, because I got really close to this being a really good day when Alan Cryer broke his right front and tried to pit, and I think almost speared Nate trying to get the pit road. So that would have changed the points quite a bit. Obviously don't want anything bad to happen to Nate. Enjoy racing against him, but our only chance to catch him at this point is going to be either a mistake on his part or him getting caught up in someone else's mistake for us to catch him. So all we can do at this point is try to be consistent as we possibly can.
I mean, there's still a trophy for second and third, so can get those taken care of. I know
Still
you
the
want,
first loser.
you still want the number one. I know, I get it. But hey, I'm gonna keep running the abacus as we do. Let's see. Anything else? Nobody else? Okay, I just wanted to make sure nothing else was in chat. I always check that before I say, all right, Tyler, give you shout outs. You got a P2 tonight. Still tracking it down.
Yeah, just one thing, WBD Diecast Customs, Sim 500, and of course all the guys here at Chop Shop that put on these amazing races each week. Like I said, tonight we didn't have that many cautions at all at a track like Iowa. It's a really difficult track to drive. It was loose. Great racing by all the drivers. Definitely want to congratulate everyone for putting on a good race. Had fun there racing with the channel with Chad and Mark and all those guys. Had a good run, and look forward to hopefully talking with you next week
Or tomorrow.
or tomorrow.
Or tomorrow. Yeah. Not next week. We got a bye week next week. So you guys
That's
gonna.
right.
You got it 2 weeks from now, so it'll be good. It'll be Homestead. It'll be fun. Tyler, much love, brother. I always appreciate you. Congrats once again.
Thank you.
You too. That's Tyler Dalton, P2 tonight, and knocking it down. He's gonna do great things, I think, in the next round. I know he's probably bouncing over somewhere. Last but not least, save the best for last, because Brada, 195 laps led of 200. And I know Chad says that you're a Richard.
Yeah, yeah. He said he called me a Richard about 3-4 times in his interview. Hey, that's all right, man. I love it, dude. I like that guy a lot, man. We didn't racing against him, and it's just fun stuff, man. Everybody knows how long-winded I get with my interviews. And,
I don't care.
I don't either, right? And they ought to be lucky that sometimes you interview from the bottom up, right?
Yep.
So so I mean we got to wait patiently, but hey, there'll be a time where I'll be ahead of Chad, and you'll pull me up first, and he's just gonna have to sit there and play with whatever.
So normally,
great stuff.
Normally, if you just weren't there, right? So you hadn't jumped in yet. So I was like, all right, well, we'll start from the bottom, work our way forward. And I said, we know Mark's coming, so we're going to have a talk. But we didn't start this right, okay? All right. Every time you win,
that's right. Let's get it all over again.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and back it on up.
All right. Everybody, forget what was just said the last 60 seconds, okay? Here he is again. All right, Mark Jorgensen Jr., your race winner here. There you go. That's what we want.
Man, let me you saw it tonight, Jason, but talk about an ass whooping.
Yeah.
And they're in that first stage, I'll tell you what, man, I love all the guys, man, in the league, Chop Shop, they got a great group of guys. Sim 500, there's a lot of us that come over from Sim 500 to race, and vice versa. And I love that the two leagues, we kind of do that. And, anyways, at the start of the race, I felt like I was taking it super easy. And, I know that, after so many laps, Tyler got the fastest lap. And then after that, boy, I picked it up. We're about 6-7 laps into the race. I set that old flyer, and then I just backed it down. And, Tyler's like, man, he goes, I think we might be driving it too hard, man. I felt like I was taking it super easy. Well, after that stage caution, at about 6-7 second lead to second. So, yeah, man, it was driving good. And, I got to say that this track, for whatever reason, suits my driving style. Jason, I know it's been a long time back, but I remember my first race with Chop Shop, my very first race. It was at Iowa, and I whooped the dog shit out of them there. I think it was at the new scan version also. And like I said, something about this track, just taking it easy, just floating it into the corners, and just being smooth with the gas, not slipping the tire. And I mean, I kicked their ass, and Colby was up there for a good bit, at that first stage. He kept me honest for several laps, and I think Dirty Air just got him. And Bigger, he got up there at one point, but I think I looked in my mirror, man, and there was a bunch of trucks banging off each other, and I saw him sideways. So I don't know if he had some right rear damage or whatever. No, man. So whenever the guys got in the waiting room and you decided to pull some of those other guys up first, I was actually down there talking to Bigger, just basically saying, man, it's about time I beat the Ninja Turtle. So I accomplished something tonight. I put it in victory lane. You talked about it earlier, led 195 to 200 laps. So the only thing I didn't do right tonight was set the flyer in practice. I P2 in practice, and then, I got the pole, fastest lap, 195 out of 200 laps led, got the win. Pretty dominating stage win, pretty dominating night, I think.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. And that was one of the things whenever I saw you saving there towards the end, because I'm sure my gas gauge for you was going beep beep. Hey dummy, you need fuel. That old dummy light comes on when we forget to put gas in, and I was watching it and just kind of watching what you were doing, and I mean, you had enough fuel to burn it down at the end too. So I think you did everything right. I mean, just had to make sure you had a big enough lead to not have to worry about what was going to happen there. Because if I say this because it's something that is of contention. When you get into and say you backed it down a lot earlier, right? Then you're racing with Dove and you're racing with everybody that was behind you, and you're burning more fuel. So this way you were able to just kind of go out there and set your own pace.
Yeah, that's all it was. I think once I got a second lead during that big long stint we had, I just backed it down quite a bit. And, it was saying that I was 1.7 gallons short. And, I just started backing it down, running the same lap time over and over and over again. And then, I was right on the number. Then I was a lap to the good. And, yeah, I think if the guys was able to just ride in behind me and save, Tyler and Chad, I think it might have been a different story. I was lifting super early in the one. Jason, I never touched the brake that last run. I was lifting super early in the 3, never touched the brake, and just being very ginger with the gas pedal. I saw Dove get around Tyler. He got around Chad. He's second. I think the closest he got was like 0.9 seconds. And, I just started stretching it back out. And, I really didn't run any faster than I need to. 10 laps to go, I'm looking at the iRacing fuel calculator. I'm going back and forth after so many laps, looking at the relative to see where Tyler's at, and I see he's coming, and I think he crossed the line 1.3 seconds back. So I mean that was pretty close. I think he said he had 0.08 at the line. I mean, I had 0.3 still. I was able to come around and burn it down and this, that, and the other. So I just kept running my pace. I never let anything get to me. Running 24 9s, 25 O's, and man, this race was pretty interesting. Hauling butt in the first stage, and then, it turned into a fuel mileage, and then, have to just back your pace way down, and you're still able to stretch a lead on a lot of folks. And, man, just finally, this season, I finally put it in victory lane. Man, I've had so many of these races taken away from me. I think Bigger had that damn golden horseshoe way up his ass there for a good while. And, it would always capitalize on my misfortune, but it's about time. I put a whole race together. I raced smart with the lap cars. They never once bothered me any. And, I just kept on running my pace, whether, I was hauling butt in the first stage or I was having to save there at the waning laps of the race. But man, that's just a testament to the league, right? The guys in the league. I mean, 2 cautions and one of them was for the stage. I mean, it don't get any better than that.
Yeah, and it just so happens the caution that second caution did bring out the the presence of mind. I was surprised to see some people stay out, but then again, some people probably thought there was going to be another caution. I mean, you gotta have faith. You guys did. I mean, it was a great race, and just watching the way this track has changed, and hopefully, whenever they decide to repave this whole thing, we see all the lanes racing. I think that'd be cool, because I mean, I'm looking overhead right now, seeing all the seals and cracks and how clean the bottom looks. I'm like, man, it could be really cool if we saw this thing as a full on let's go let her eat kind of moment.
One of these days we'll get it back to how the old Iowa used to race. Until then, this is what we got. I actually like I love the old version, right? Because you can run up against the fence, make headway, run the bottom, whatever. But I mean, obviously the new scan's definitely suiting me. Man, just it's fun. Like I said, I don't know what it is with this track, these style tracks. I just got it figured out, man. And other guys will catch on before long. Talking to Bigger, he was telling me what he was doing wrong, and he figured it out, and started making even better lap time. And that's what it's all about to me, is just everybody helping each other out, trying to just make everybody better, making the league better. And God, I tell you what, you hear this all the time across iRacing, Jason, when the track is kind of tough, when the setup is tough to drive loose, right? That seems like everybody just races the track, and it puts on a really good show, very minimal cautions. And that's kind of how it was tonight. I really felt like you could overcharge the entry of the corner. But from the center off, you're kind of having to baby the gas, because if you get back on it too quick, it's wanting to step out. And that's kind of how it was tonight, which I was actually surprised, to be honest with you, because the track temp was cool. And we're at nighttime, this thing should have been gripped up, but
right,
it still raced really phenomenal. I really felt like the upper lane of the darker portion of the track, the repave, I felt like that lane was very doable. And but yeah, I mean, we'll eventually we'll get this track back where it needs to be, where we're up against the fence in both ends.
But in the meantime, there it is. Meantime, you came out there and you did the deed. You did what you needed to do. And man, oh man, 195 laps led. How about that? That means you led less. You didn't lead under caution. That was it. That was it.
Yeah, and I mean, what? Each time there was a caution, I think at the restart, I restarted second. At the stage, Striker, he stayed out. He took the top and I took the bottom, and then the next time, Hackett, he stayed out, and so I never fell back no further than second in the whole race. So I knew I led quite a bit of laps, to be honest with you. You're really not paying attention to that, man. You're so focused on trying to hit your mark, hit your line, not slip a tire. I didn't know how many I led until after the race. And I'm looking at the stat and I'm like, holy shit, 195 laps. And I was like, okay, well, who were the other guys to lead a lap? And Striker, because he stayed out, Hackett, because he stayed out. And it's like, holy crap, man. If it man, what could have been, I guess. But hey, man, we take these. It was a great race, dominating race. I'm just always looking forward to the next one. I don't know where we're at next week. For some reason, I feel like we might have an off week. It seems like, we haven't had one of those in a minute, but,
We do. You're right. We're off.
Dang it. But, anyways, we'll focus our we'll hone our skills in doing something next Tuesday night. But I tell you what, these dang off weeks, it's something else, man. But hey, that's all right. I get to sit on this win for 2 weeks before we get it back going again on Tuesday night. So what a time to finally get it done and put it in victory lane this season. Like I said, just a lot of heartbreak this season, a lot of circumstances, but I mean, the guys in the league know what's up, right? Like I said, fast, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. There's a reason I do this stuff online. And, but but we learn from it, right? You know, it's one of those, like when you make the same mistakes over and over and over again, and you constantly apologize, and at some point, you know, that apology don't mean shit. But I let my driving and my racecraft speak for me. And you know, these guys know what's up, man. They know that I'm not out there, you know, gonna wreck them or anything like that. You know, we might touch, bounce off each other a little bit, but you know, I'm not purposely gonna spin anybody, and I know they're purposely not gonna spin me. Dang, I tell you what, man, you know, I'm just sitting here just thinking back like, man, you know, I just feel like I should have about 10 wins this season, but I don't. You know, that guy Bigger, I think he's got about all the damn wins except for tonight, but that's fine. I'll take my one. Bigger, I finally beat you by putting this thing in victory lane. Finally beat the Ninja Turtle truck.
And it's worth it. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
But he's only won 8 this season, so you know, I guess that's not that. But we have multiple winners out there that have multiple wins.
Man, so. I just feel like, you know, of those 8, I think he probably robbed me of about 2 or 3, something like that.
Maybe. Yeah, he's good at that.
It's part of racing, right? You know, that's why you know, people tune in, they see what's going on. You know, they listen to your story, and sometimes the fastest truck don't always win. And I tell you what, man, you know, that's true in real life, and god dang it, that is true on iRacing also. You know, it's funny how this you know, mimics the real world stuff. And you know, the excitement for me, Jason, I mean, you hear it, man, you know, just reminds me of Dale Jr. kicking ass at Talladega all them years ago. And you know, when I win, you know, I get hyped up like that, hooting and hollering and screaming, and you know, these wins mean something to me because, you know, I do feel like, you know, that they're hard. You know, you got a lot of other fast guys in here also, and you know, they're tough. So when you feel like you've done something, you know, I get a little long-winded, you know, I get emotional, I scream, yell, whatever, and it is what it is.
Yep. Yeah, I think that, and that's one of the things that I will always tell everybody is that it's worth its price and admission to hear genuine, you know, a genuine win, if that makes sense. So I mean, that's what makes sense to me, and I think it's cool. Ton of fun, man. Ton of fun. Outside of that, I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you. Unless you got anything else.
Man, I'm just going to savor this. Like I said, man, you know, I guess I'll go ahead and be okay with an off week next week. So we just get to sit on this, that the 81 kicked ass for the next 2 weeks. But, you know, no, in 2 weeks, where we going 2 weeks?
Homestead.
Well, you know, there's already guys I got circled on that. You know, Tyler Dalton's going to be fast. Chad's going to be fast. Biggert's going to be fast. Colby's going to be fast. All the guys are going to be fast. Schaefer will be up there. Logan will be up there. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. There's a lot of fast guys in this league, and I mean, I love it, man. You know, I like racing with everybody. You know, we're going to get heated from time to time. That's part of it. But, man, it's fun. You know, I'm glad that I come back to Chop Shop. I'm glad that the admins let me come back. And I tell you what, man, it's been a blast. Whether I finish first, second, third, fourth, fifth, on the hook, it don't matter, man. I really do look forward to these races. I try to run as much as I can. Only way I'm going to get better is if I'm out there on the racetrack trying to learn and be better. So, man, Homestead in a couple weeks, man, that's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun, man. And, you know, it's going to be a track where we're going to be up against the fence at times. And I always tell people, man, if the outside is the fastest way, that's not where you want to run. You want to run on the bottom. So, I mean, hey, at Homestead, Jason, you're going to see us all over the place. You're going to see me up against the fence too. You know, you might have to. You got to make some moves and try to get around people. It's just part of it. But no, that'll be fun. Just really looking forward to these last, you know, handful of races that we got left in the season. And man, I already saw where they posted for next season to start sometime in October, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think I read that right. So yeah, we'll be paying our money, our entry fee, and you know, Stryker, you know, he's gonna have the 88 truck. You know, it is what it is. Hey, speaking of that,
I keep screwing that up
before the race, right? I about clicked in, and I was like, oh shit, I need to change my number. I need to get my paint scheme that's got the 81 on it, because I run Sim 500 Wednesday night in the trucks, and it's the same scheme, but it's got an 88 on the door. And so yeah, I was able to go back through there. I had a thumb back through a lot of Facebook Messenger messages between me and John Fowler, and I found my 81 scheme, and finally, I mean, it probably took about 3/4 of the season, it seems like, but Striker, I finally made sure that the right truck number was on the truck. Eric Schaefer, you've been calling me out the last couple of weeks, but yeah, we finally got the 81 on the door and the roof. So with that being said, I probably need to go in there and go ahead and get it changed for tomorrow night at Sim 500. But man, I'll tell you what, this is so fun, Jason. I hope you don't have anywhere to be, because I love talking to you. You know that. I'm just amped up, man. It's just been a long time coming to finally put one together, start to finish, and we finally put the dang 81 truck in victory lane. Finally.
I think it's fun, no matter how I look at it. It was a dominating performance. I can't say what you guys say, because, well, if I do that, then
we just leave that to me, man. I'm all amped up and excited and emotional and whatnot. So I apologize, but I mean, you know how it is, man. You know how I get, from time to time. I do watch my mouth from, for the most part. I don't drop nothing crazy, but
yeah.
Hey, man, I guess the only good thing about it is, when Junior won at Talladega all them years ago and said shit, he lost those 25 championship points in the standings and whatnot. I ain't going to lose no points saying my 2 cents over here. So, that's pretty cool. But, yeah, man, it just means a lot, man. I just get super excited.
I tell everybody all the time, I won't say it. Doesn't mean that it hasn't been said.
Right. That's right.
So, it's what we do. We continue to run. All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you. This is, it's going to be a great next 3-4 weeks. And we're going
it's
to
be awesome, man.
But if not, we'll see you tomorrow. I mean, Sim 500's tomorrow. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah. We'll be getting the 88 truck off the holler and, getting her all tuned up and ready to go. But, it'll be a fun race over there also. And, that's what I like about Chop Shop, here on Tuesday night, running the trucks, get a little bit more extra practice, seat time. It doesn't matter, if it's a different track or whatever, man. I just enjoy the trucks. I always felt like, to me, the truck and the A car are two of the worst cars for me, to be honest with you. I feel like the Xfinity car I'm really good at, but it's these other two that I got to figure it out. And I figured, I looked like I knew what I was doing tonight for sure. Tune in tomorrow night, and it might be a different story. But we're going to have fun regardless, Jason. That's what it's all about. I tell these guys all the time, man, you got to have fun. There's a lot of times where guys are down in the dumps, getting wrecked, finishing at the back. So, I try to work with those guys to help them out. And, because, it's fun when you're running good, and it's fun when you're learning things and you're getting better. And, that's what it's all about, man, is just having fun. This is a hobby first and foremost, and we're gonna build some online friendships along the way. And like I said, man, it's just fun to get on here. I only race Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, but on the Sim 500 side, Thursday night and Sunday night they got the limited series, and I love getting in there on Discord and jumping in and watching those guys and chop it up and just try to help those guys out the best I can. And it's paying off, man. A lot of those guys are getting faster. It's causing me at times to have to pick my pace up a little bit to try to keep them behind me or try to get around them. But that's what it's all about, man, is just having fun and get, helping each other to get better. And yeah, man, like I said, just a great time to be, sim racing with Chop on Tuesday nights and Sim 500 on the other nights, man. I just look forward to it each and every week. I give Joey crap too whenever we have an off weekend. I can't stand them. I'm sure I'm going to give Striker and Hammond some hell also. These off weeks, I can't stand them. But hey, man, we get to sit on this win for the next 2 weeks. That's awesome.
I like it. All right, brother. Well, give the rest of your shout outs. I know you got a painter. I know you got all kinds of things, brother. You got to win here tonight. That way we can, we'll wrap it up and and we'll go back and do it again tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we about to get long-winded here. I got a lot of people to thank. First and foremost, Speedy Trophies for jumping on board Tuesday night here with Chop Shop. Greatly appreciate what they do for the league. Jason, you at Signature Esports, I don't give a damn. By far the best in the business. People watching, like them, love them, share them, follow them. Top quality stuff, man. And how you do it is just truly amazing. How it's a story of us driving virtual race cars around the virtual racetrack. So obviously, I'll be going back and watching this back. Hey, it doesn't matter if I walk the dog or I got my tail beat. I enjoy going back and watching and listening to you, get excited, at certain moments. But let's see here. Like to congratulate myself for the win. John Fowler for the badass looking paint scheme. John at Fowler Time Designs, painted this truck. I told him the kind of colors that I was looking for, and he put it together. John, the truck looked fast. It was fast. This damn thing was a hot ride. I appreciate it. All the boys at Dirty Monkey Motorsports let me be a part of their group. Again, I love working with those guys and helping them out. And, it was kind of a small group of us tonight. And, I think Joey had some weather events where he was at. So, that's kind of why we missed Joey. But I'm sure he'll be back tomorrow. I think John was in the race, I believe. But, again, John will be racing with us tomorrow. So really looking forward to that. Tyler finishing second, Chad finishing third. That's always great for those guys. I'm sure Tyler cut into Biggert's point lead. Not a whole lot though, because Bigger, I don't know how he does it. He squeaked out a fourth place, I believe is what it was. So congrats to him on that. But just a tremendous job, all the guys in the league, man. Like I said, 2 cautions, one of them was stage. Track was, you had to baby that gas pedal. If you got on it too hard, too quick, you was going to be dirt tracking up off the corners. And glad they all kept it together. How about the in-race admin Corey, man? And there was one time where Alan, I'm probably going to butcher his last name, Cryer, kind of, man, I thought Corey might have, I really felt like he was going to throw the caution there for a second, but he kept it together, and I'm glad he did. That was awesome. Dang, I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but, this right foot, keeping the power down, truck was fast when it needed to be, created fuel when it needed to get to the end. These hands for sawing on that wheel, getting the truck through the corners here at Iowa Speedway. Just all the boys on the 81 team, I should say. My apologies. The crew chief, the hauler driver, the pit crew, my pit crew never fumbled at all tonight, but it's nice when you come in with about a 10-second lead coming into your pit. So no pressure, but man, just looking forward to tomorrow night, Jason. Just ready to get back out there and continue trying to get better.
Hey, that's all we can do. We can always improve, no matter what we're doing, whether it's sim racing or it's the real life, or you've seen me behind the microphone. Sir, I appreciate you. You're the most amazing and most energy that iRacing has, and I'm glad to call you a friend, brother. I appreciate you as always. I will see you tomorrow.
Well, I appreciate it, Jason. Much love to you, brother. Take care.
Always. That's Mark Jorgensen Jr., your race winner here tonight. He did a phenomenal job, and that is how our interviews. That is how we do interviews. That's how Mark is amazing. He has the most energy. We got to make sure that he keeps going, okay? Because that's the type of energy that we need in sim racing. We love him. We appreciate him, and he continues to kick butt. As always, folks, I want to thank Speedy Trophies. I want to thank John and Stryker. I want to thank everybody. There is a new season coming to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, Season 4 for Chop Shop Racing Rise to the Ranks. I want to make sure that's a Saturday night broadcast that we do. Their championship is this Saturday, so this means that you need to go ahead and sign on up because the next season starts very soon. Get out there, into the Chop Shop Racing Discord, be a part of it. The Speedy Trophies Truck Series Season 7 is going to be coming up very soon as well. So make sure that you mark that on your calendar because when this season ends, it is going to get right back into it once again. So as always, take care of it. Be good. Be safe. Be kind. Congratulations to Mr. Jorgensen and all the drivers out there. It was a good race. Dov, you did a phenomenal job trying to hold on to it. Not enough fuel. It was insane. I know you're trying to back off a little bit later and still trying to keep your position. It's tough. It's tough to pass at this racetrack. And we watched just how tough it is to be passed at this racetrack. It was a ton of fun. As always, folks, be good, be safe, be kind. Thank you to Budgie. Make sure you follow her. And if you want to help out Deb, make sure that you hit the donate links or gift your subs. Become a member on YouTube as well. You can do that as well. I always forget to mention becoming a member on YouTube. You can become a member. I think it's like $5 or something like that. And if you become a member, you get to watch some of the videos that aren't out there for the public, like some OBS tutorials and some other stuff that I do things. I actually might give my take on, my take on things and put it behind a paywall. I don't know. If you have some ideas for some content that you want me to do, well, maybe we'll put it behind the memberships on YouTube. Hell, I don't know. It'll be good. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for all the bits, the subs, the rates, the time. We'll see you soon. Peace.